Hey internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow Show. This video is going to be pretty quick. It's going to be pretty long because as far as I know, I'm just making this video. I know that it's pretty far away from the Tokyo Game Show, but I just wanted to make a video talking about all the games that pretty much caught my attention and games that I were really interested in. And starting it off, we have One Piece Burning Blood, a game which was announced to, I believe, to come only upon PlayStation 4. And of course, you know, it is the very first One Piece fighting game, which I do believe takes the fighting system from Naruto Ultimate Ninja, and then they just, or at least the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, and then they just throw the One Piece characters in there, and then they just make that game happen, which is something that I'm really looking forward to because honestly, I think that One Piece, or at least like in this part of its story, or at least that One Piece has enough characters to where that you could actually really like everything that's going on with all the characters. So that is a pretty cool thing, which I really am interested in to see pretty much happen in this thing, or at least I want to see it I want to see this actually grow into a thing. Now, sadly enough, that they can't do this with most of the earlier One Piece stuff because, well, at least like doing that will be fucking suicide. But honestly, it's a good place now to where that they do have enough villains, enough characters, and also enough stuff to where that they can actually take nods from the Ultimate Ninja games and actually sort of make whatever that they're going to make. So that is a good thing. Next on the list is King of Fighters 14, which has been announced, and there was a small little trailer about it, and I really got to be fair with you. That trailer, yes, the logo looks cool as fuck, and also like the designs of Akio and Yori are fucking amazing as hell. You know, because I will give those guys that. It's like that out of all the different like looks that at least Yori only had about like 3 different looks. This is like his 3rd one, if you're not necessarily counting like all the other clothes in which that he can get in the Maximum Impact games. But I'm like officially like as his default, like I think that this is like his 3rd change to his default, along with Kyo's had way more than that. Their designs look fucking amazing. Where this pretty much falls flat on is the fact of that this shit looks unpolished as fuck. Honestly, it looks like somebody just went into Fighter Maker and then sort of like just threw in like some badass designs and then just said, well, this is the next Kingdom Hearts game, or not Kingdom Hearts, King of Fighters game. I'm sorry. And really, I can see it becoming a good thing, but then honestly, Maximum Impact was never really as popular as what the normal 2D ones were. I guess probably because like actually trying to get the programming down for those were actually a little bit more difficult than actually programming the 2D because that's something that's not in their element. You know, they are kings of 2D, but they're not that great at 3D. Like if you get what I'm saying, but honestly, it is something that I really do want to check out in the future, and hopefully it is big as the last King of Fighters game. I believe the last 2D King of Fighters game. Hopefully it's as big as that. Next up on the list is a game called For Honor. Honestly, I don't really know what the major thing of this game is though, but looking at it though, it does sort of come across as a Demon Souls, Dark Souls-esque like MMO or a PvP style game, whereas that it's you and I believe it's you and maybe upwards of like 32 other players, you know, like a 16 on 16 type of game, and they do go down like the different types of swordsman or type of assassin in which that you want to be, and it seems as though that it's just Demon Souls with a PvP skin on it, or at least like they have a perfect PvP mode, whereas that it's not just one-on-one. It's like a massive straight up like takedown like everything goes battle, which I will be fair is that like the Demon Souls, Dark Souls as combat system is becoming pretty popular, which is something that I'm actually happy to sort of see, because it's like you can do other things with this type of gameplay style. And speaking of that gameplay style, I'm talking about a game right now that I do feel is going to be the next Onimusha. It's a game called NIOH, N-I-H-O, NIOH, Neo. And how it appears as though is that, or at least like at first glance, it looks a lot like Bloodborne because it does sort of have like its same type of speed, and you do still sort of do like its same type of like combat and whatnot. I don't think that like you have as switching weapons as much, but I'm like, you do have a lot more combat moves and whatnot. And it isn't until the end of the trailer in which that like you're fighting this gigantic ogre thing, or at least like they show that the samurai is fighting this gigantic ogre, and then it turns out to be like this samurai with white hair who has a fairy that like goes into a sword, and the sword transforms. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, is this a brand new Onimusha? If it is, I would be very fucking happy to actually see it, because how this game comes off and how it looks really fucking amazing, and it's something that I really want to get my hands on. Honestly, it's one of the games that sort of made me jump for joy the most, actually. But just looking at the trailer alone, it's something to where I really want to check it out. Next on the list is World of Final Fantasy. You know, it's crazy. It's like when this trailer came out, I thought that it would be a little bit more Final Fantasy stuff in it. You know, maybe something from maybe like Crystal Chronicles or something like that. But as it went on, it sort of started to look like Kingdom Hearts. Like I'm not necessarily sure like how the major mechanics of this game is pretty much supposed to be. If it's supposed to be like a co-op game, or if it's supposed to be just a strictly single player game, or if everybody else is supposed to come back in. Like, if it is a co-op game, it looks a lot like the very first co-op Kingdom Hearts game. If it's single player, it looks like it's a really good like spinoff to a Kingdom Hearts game to actually get people into the world of Final, or at least like so that they can sort of see what the Final Fantasy world is all about. It looks pretty promising. Next on the list is Star Ocean 5, which I do believe that this is the last actual game that actually sort of came out and actually caught my attention. But really looking at it though, Star Ocean just gets better and better the more how I look at it. Well, I really can't say that, because the fourth game that they came out with really wasn't all that great to me. I mean, like, I like the first one, the second one, and the third one way more than I like the third. I mean, more than I like the fourth one. Actually, I like the third one the best, actually. But really, it's nice to sort of get back to the story of Star Ocean 5. I don't know where this one is supposed to be set at in it within its story, but I will give it its praise here. Is that the first is that like at first Star Ocean could only hold like 3 people to like every battle. Then the fourth one pushed it up to 4 or 5 people. This one you have upwards of 7. So you have an entire fleet, or pretty much, I think that you can get every single character like who joins your party now. You can get every single one of those characters and just throw them into a battle, unless you have way more than 7 characters in which that you can recruit now. Which it would be cool if you could actually recruit up to like 14 of them, or maybe more. You never know. But honestly, it would be pretty cool though if that was the case. I know that this is a bit long in terms of the games in which that I was talking about for like the Tokyo Game Show. I'm sorry that this shit came out late as fuck, but honestly, I really wanted to get some of my words right, because I really didn't want to jump. Jump the gun and sort of just say, well, here's all my stuff for like the Tokyo Game Show, and also I sort of had to pick and choose like which games realistically sort of like struck a chord with me, rather than just say, well, now this game's cool. You know, it's you kind of have to throw a little bit more finesse in there with that. And honestly, I will say that yes, I am very interested in the Yakuza remake for the PlayStation 4, and also that Yakuza 5, Yakuza 5 is actually is slowly about to come over, which is something else that I am really interested in. But till then, please tell me what do you think about these games down there in the comment section. I will link most of this, most of my findings down there up on in the description. Please tell me what do you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.